All right, let's dive into one of the most important parts of using generative AI as a broadcast professional. In our last few explainers, we've really looked at the incredible power these tools have. But, as they say, with great power comes great responsibility. Today, we're going to tackle the most critical piece of this whole puzzle, the ethical guidelines and the quality standards that are going to turn AI from just some risky new gadget into a professional tool you can actually trust.
And just as a heads up, this is part 19 of our 20-part series. It's all based on Chapter 19 of that really comprehensive report from Virtualization Options LLC. So we are getting close to the finish line, and honestly, this topic is just essential for putting everything we've learned into practice safely and effectively.
So let's just start with a really crucial question. By now, you've probably seen how AI can brainstorm show ideas, maybe even draft some ad copy for you. But are you really prepared for its limits? For the things it absolutely, positively should not be trusted to do on its own. That's really the heart of what we're digging into today. And that brings us to the fundamental nature of AI in our industry, right? It's a tool, a powerful one, but it is absolutely a double-edged sword. Learning how to harness all that power while avoiding the peril, well, that's what's going to separate the pros from everyone else.
I mean, there's no denying it. AI is a massive accelerator. It can totally supercharge a workflow, and that frees you up to focus on what you really do best. But, and this is the big but, that speed can't come at the cost of accuracy, or ethics, or the trust you've worked so hard to build with your listeners. The high standards of broadcasting don't just get a free pass because a machine got involved.
And these limitations are so specific to our world. An AI can't verify breaking news. It doesn't have sources out in the field. It can hallucinate, which means it can state something that sounds completely plausible but is totally false. It has no clue about the little nuances of your local market. It can't tell you if a promo just sounds flat, and it certainly doesn't have some built-in knowledge of FCC rules. And most of all, it cannot and it must not ever replace your professional judgment.
So, okay, we know the risks. How do we move forward? Well, we do it by proactively building guardrails. Think of these as the quality standards and principles that are going to guide how you and your team work with AI. And this comparison just illustrates that fundamental mindset shift perfectly. You have to see AI as an augment, not a replacement. It's a partner that helps speed up research. It's not the sole source of truth. It generates a first draft. It doesn't write the final copy that goes to air without a human touching it. It helps you explore options. But you, the human, you make the final call. The column on the left, that's your playbook for success. The column on the right, that's where you're going to find a world of trouble.
And it all boils down to this one single, non-negotiable principle: human oversight. This just means that every single piece of AI-generated content that could possibly reach your audience has to be vetted, fact-checked, and approved by a skilled human. Your expertise isn't being replaced here. It's actually becoming more valuable than ever.
Okay, so that's the big principle. But how do we make that a reality in a busy station, right? Well, that's where we build an actionable framework that you can put into place right away.
It really breaks down into 4 clear steps. First, establish clear policies. Everyone on the team needs to know the rules of the road. Second, train your staff. Don't just hand them a login and say, good luck. Teach them how to use it right and what all the pitfalls are. Third, you've got to build that human oversight right into your workflow so it's not some afterthought. And finally, you have to constantly evaluate what you're doing. This tech is changing so fast and your strategies have got to adapt right along with it.
And when you build this kind of framework, believe me, the upside is enormous. We are talking about potential efficiency gains of up to 78% on all those routine tasks. Just think about what your team could do with all that time back in their day to focus on the creative, high-impact stuff.
And it's not just about speed, it's about creativity. By taking care of the grunt work, AI can help you literally triple the number of content options and creative angles you can explore for any project, from a new ad campaign to a new morning show segment. And that combination of efficiency and creativity, well, it translates directly to the bottom line. With these kinds of optimized workflows, the report estimates you could see a potential cost reduction of around 45%. I mean, these are not small numbers we're talking about.
But here's the key takeaway, the most important part of this whole section. Those incredible numbers, the efficiency, the creativity, the savings, they're just not achievable without that ethical framework. These guardrails aren't a barrier to success. They are the very foundation that allows you to unlock all these gains safely and sustainably.
So, what does all this mean for the road ahead? Let's take a look into the future, which, as it turns out, is a lot more human-centric than you might think.
We're going to see some really amazing developments.
I mean, AI is going to enable real-time personalization of content and ads. Predictive analytics are going to get way sharper, helping us forecast trends more accurately. And integration between systems will get more seamless, automating even more of those routine tasks. The tech is only going to get more powerful.
But the single most important thing to remember about the future of AI in broadcasting, it has absolutely nothing to do with the tech itself. It's about us. It's about the people using the tools, the talent connecting with the audience, and the leaders who are guiding the strategy.
In this quote from the Virtualization Options report, it just says it all perfectly. The future isn't about letting AI take over. It's about using AI to become better broadcasters, more informed, more creative, more efficient. It's about leveraging this amazing technology to amplify the very things that make broadcasting great in the first place, that authenticity, that judgment, and that irreplaceable human connection. So the real question isn't what's AI going to do to our industry, but what will the best people in our industry do with AI? Thanks so much for tuning in.